Hello, fire signs. Hi, fire signs. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Sorry, this is throwing me for a loop in a really good way, but it's like, oh, shit. Forgot all the fire signs for a second. Hi, I'm Jess. This is potentially yours, new moon in Gemini reading for fire signs. So if you have any major fire sign placements, this could be for you. We're just gonna jump in because my guest is flabbered. Okay, so I am using for you the Tattoo Tarot. I actually haven't used this deck in a minute. I think I used it for like a private, like a client reading, not terribly long ago, probably within the last like 2 months maybe, but I feel like I haven't used it like in a collective reading in a while. Whenever I do collective readings, I usually think of a few people I know with those placements to help me ground my energy. It's not always advice specifically for those people, but it just helps me to like tap into like that, kind of energy. But this one, there was a very specific person that like came through, a Leo sun, that kind of like came through when I was shuffling and starting to pull. I could feel like connecting to that energy. And it's a great reading, but it's also kind of wild. Okay. Stop holding us in suspense, Jess. Just get to the point. Okay. All right. So we have strength, the sun, justice, Nine of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Coins, and the High Priestess. And then at the bottom of the deck, the Star. Okay, if you don't know anything about tarot, if you don't know very much about tarot, please excuse this next little tarot nerd section. Because like, oh my god, they're almost all fucking majors. Eight. There's 8 cards. 6 of those are majors. That's pretty fucking major. If you don't know why that's a big deal, it's just when it's not like unheard of by any means, it happens. It happens. It just what I personally, when there's a spread this big, have not seen that many of them, I think, especially the way they came out. But when a reading is made up of mostly major arcana cards, it represents a time in your life when it's like a really big shift. It's like a really big spiritual life, sort of like destiny, fate, spiritual lesson, like moment that you're moving through. Like big chapter shit. When they're mostly minors, it has a lot to do more with like the day-to-day stuff that's going on in your life and like how you can affect those things. But when a lot of majors come up, it's just a reminder for you to know that you're in a time of like deep transformation and that you're meant to like flow with these energies. But these are so great. This is like really awesome. And I love the way that the message comes through, which does absolutely make total sense for the person that I was channeling right before this came through, but other prominent fire sign placements are coming to mind where I think this makes sense for, including, you know, quite frankly, a lot of it for me. And I have a lot of major fire sign placements as well. So anyways, so hang on, let me just, it was very like stream of consciousness when it came through. And just catch the beginning thread of that again. Okay. All right, so your strength and the sun, your strength and your optimism, your strength and your courage, your strength and your confidence, your determination, your perseverance, and your faith in the positive, your willingness to continually turn towards the light, to continually find another layer to like dig for, to find a new place to both ground yourself in stability and reach for something more. This has really been what has like pulled you through and now like brought you out into the other side where things are new, things are more balanced, things are way more fucking fair than they were for sure. But it's like, man, you have been fighting for this new beginning, for things to be more equal and more aligned and just more in balance for what you give, you know, for you to start being able to receive that, even if it's not in, let's say, effort, for instance, right? Like you put forth a lot of effort, both physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in the way that you show up for all of your people. And what you have been giving has been way out of proportion to what you've been receiving, even if not from the same people, just like, you know, in general, like spirit kind of coming back to you. But even though you could have been wallowing in that and been like, this is so unfair, this is so out of balance, this is such bullshit. And of course you had moments like that, right? You did and do keep coming back to, I know how I handle this and my outlook. I know how much that affects my alignment, affects my future, affects what I'm calling in for myself. And so you continually have come back to, I have the strength to get through this. I have the strength to move through this and to carry my people through this. And the optimism and the positivity. I know it can get better. I know if I believe, if I show up, if I continue to search for joy, if I continue to feed into joy for myself, I know that I can create better circumstances. You know, I know that I can really affect my outward world just as much as that keeps my inside world more positive. There's like you know, been like a protection of like that spark within you, even though it has been raining, sometimes fucking torrential downpouring on your life. You know, you still kept that spark alive, and you did not let your circumstances like drown that out, didn't let, you know, hopelessness never got the better of you. Even in those moments, you know, you were always able to like find your way through. And now that has just brought about finally the outside starting to catch up and things starting to be more in balance and be more equal and really starting to like pay off for you in the way that you have invested into this new chapter for yourself. So that's really beautiful. Congratulations. I love that for you. And lots more good shit coming, right? So this bit here, don't be thrown off by this Nine of Swords. You know, there is still some lingering stuff that we're moving through. There's still some, you know, not life rarely works like, okay, all of these chapters close and new ones open all at the same time. It's usually kind of like a layering, but this is really not by itself, right? These are coming in together. So you have Nine of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Coins. So you're taking this angst, anxiety, all of the heaviness and pain and shit that was challenging for you in this last cycle. You know, you're transmuting that. The Wheel of Fortune is alchemy, right? You're transmuting that. You're taking that pain and turning them into lessons and growth and opportunity, and then you're turning that into stability and harmony and wealth and growth for you, right? So that's really beautiful. It's like, because the wheel is constantly turning, and I just love the way they came through together, right? And if you think about it, so it's like not only in terms of like taking our pain, angst, blah blah blah, and turning it, transmuting it into like all of this like beauty and stability and wealth and luxury and harmony and growth and happiness and joy and, you know, family prosperity and just like all of this good shit. But it's literally 9 into 10 or 9 10 10. So 10 10, if 10 10 might be 10 10 might do something for you numbers wise. I just noticed this is the first deck that I know some decks are like this, but it's the first time I've noticed in a deck for me that the numbers on strength and justice are inverted. In most decks that I have, strength is number 8 and justice is 11, but they're inverted on this one. So then you have 8, 9, 10, 11 in this spread here. Not that. Okay. Anyways, the 8, 9, 10, 11 progression just meaning to symbolize how things are moving forward, how there really is like the energy of momentum moving forward, and to have like those 4 numbers is great too. It's not just a couple, it's like all 4 of those. And then ending with the High Priestess, you really are powerful, magical ass bitch. Bitch being gender neutral. We're all gender neutral readings here. For you, I mean, you know this, but just as we still all need to hear it sometimes, that you are awesome and you are so incredibly tapped in and powerful and intuitive, and your gifts are so wonderful and so needed, and you can trust yourself and you can rely on yourself and you can rely on that connection to spirit to continue to guide you through this like major time, right? Literally so major, huge major shift. And to just keep leaning on that, like your intuition has gotten you this far, your connection has gotten you through all of this stuff, even when, you know, the outside world couldn't see it. Your connection to that and the connection to that hope and the optimism the star that's been guiding you all along underneath is like believing that things are getting better, you know, this like knowledge that I just know that the worst of this is behind me. I just know that things have to get better from here, and I've been showing up and I've been doing the work, and I've been, you know, really still believing and just all of that, and just knowing, it's like I just know that it's getting better, and it is. It is. The star is this reminder for you that you are through the worst of it, that the hardest times are behind you, and even though there's like some lingering doubt, you know, some lingering doubt and hurt and lessons that you're still moving through, like all of that is also serving you and is actually, you know, transmuting into some really beautiful, awesome, kick-ass shit for you. Yeah, you're crushing it. I was just curious, what's under the star? Two of Wands, expansion, action, adventure, growth. And Ace of Cups, new opportunities and connections. I love this. All right, we're gonna stop there. This is very exciting, fire signs. If you would like more specific to you personal guidance and you want to book a reading with me, you can do that through my website, sealedinthestars.com. If this resonated for you, feel free to leave a comment. All that good shit. I'm not good at this part. Have a great time, great night, great day. Whenever you get this, this is the awkward part. Okay, I can do it. I can end the video. Have a great night. See you later.